In today's video, we're going to be talking about the brand new leaks for the Galaxy A37 and the Galaxy A57. Stay tuned. All right, everyone. Hopefully, you guys are having a good day. Hopefully, everyone is safe out there. We have some brand new leaks for the Galaxy A37 and the Galaxy A57. We have some pretty interesting stuff right here. It looks like the Galaxy A37 is actually going to be getting some pretty solid camera upgrades, and these phones will likely come out in the next few days. If you guys would like to read this article on your own time, I'll leave a link in the description down below. Shout out to Phone Arena and Evan Blast for coming out with this information. The headline says the Galaxy A57 and the Galaxy A37 leak in high resolution. The next chapter in Samsung's mid-range journey looks similar to the previous one. So as you guys can see, these are the leaks. These are the photos on screen right here. And as the headline says, these are essentially the same design and the same body that we saw on the Galaxy A36 and A56. So it doesn't look like on the outside the hardware is going to be looking any different, but it looks like we are going to be getting some new stuff on the inside, and this is probably going to be a pretty solid upgrade for anybody with like the Galaxy A34 or previous phones. But let's get into this. It says, we know how good the Galaxy A series devices have been in the past couple of years. Some might argue that the Galaxy A56 is a better choice than the non-Ultra S26 phones, and soon we will have another addition to Samsung's mid-range lineup in the face of the Galaxy A37 and Galaxy A57. It says these two phones are expected to be officially unveiled in the next couple of weeks, if not days. And thanks to Evan Blast, we have high-resolution images of both phones. The leaker published images of all expected colors for the Galaxy A37 and A57 on X, and judging by the solid record Mr. Blast has, we expect the phones to look as pictured down below. So it says the Galaxy A37 is getting a camera upgrade. These are the colors though so far. It looks like we have awesome lavender, we have awesome charcoal, and it looks like we have awesome gray green. Looks like that's a color that's coming from the Galaxy A07. I don't know if you guys remembered that color on that device. It's a $110 device, so a lot of people are not really familiar with that device. But yeah, these are the colors right here, all three colors. I think out of all of them, I think the lavender is cool, but I do like that gray-green color. That looks really nice, and assuming the A37 is going to be the same as the A57, we're probably going to be getting a glass back and a metal unibody design or all aluminum unibody design on this as well. So hopefully that comes to fruition. It also says as far as the design goes, the phone looks very similar to its predecessor, as we said before, but according to all the leaks, it will feature a larger 50 megapixel primary camera compared to the A36. The 8 megapixel ultra wide camera and the 5 megapixel macro sadly have been carried over, and the same goes for the 12 megapixel front facing camera, and it is expected to be powered by the Exynos 1480 processor coupled with 6 or 8 gigabytes of RAM, along with the 128 or 256 gigabytes of internal storage. So yeah, hopefully that Exynos 1480 processor is going to be a solid little upgrade from the Snapdragon 6 Gen 3. I know a lot of people love Snapdragon processors out there, and they don't usually like the Exynos processors, but there are fans of Exynos, and I think Exynos is actually doing some pretty solid stuff. So hopefully we see a pretty capable processor on the Galaxy A37 with the Exynos 1480 right there. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with that. Of course, we're going to put that phone through its paces. But of course, here are the leaks of the Galaxy A57. And it looks like we're going to be getting a little bit of a different color on the Galaxy A57, and of course a little bit of a step up for the chipset. It says the upper mid-range model, the Galaxy A57, can be seen in awesome icy blue, awesome lilac, awesome gray, and awesome navy hues. I think that icy blue actually looks really cool. I do like that color. That kind of reminds me of what the Galaxy S25 Plus came out with a year ago or so. The design once again is similar to the predecessor with a triple camera system taken straight from the Galaxy A56. It features a 50 megapixel primary camera, a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, a 5 megapixel macro camera, and a 12 megapixel front facing camera. So it looks like we're essentially going to be getting the same camera setup as the Galaxy A37. It says the Galaxy A57 A57 is expected to get the Exynos 1680 instead of the 1480, coupled with either 6 or 8 gigabytes of RAM and either 128 or 256 gigabytes of internal storage. It says both the Galaxy A37 and A57 will most likely have the same 6.7-inch AMOLED display with a 120 Hz refresh rate, and also the same 5,000 milliamp battery and 45 watt charging, which is honestly really good. That's a faster charging rate than we get on the brand new Galaxy S26, and that's one of the things that I wanted to really press in this video, is that there are many people out there that are getting $900, $1,000 phones, $1,300 phones, and they don't need all that power in a phone. They're not going to use half the amount of power and have that phone for anything. And they feel like it's warranted because they're watching movies and TV shows and scrolling through social media and playing, Block Blast or something like that. But honestly, the majority of people out there, especially some of the older crowd that doesn't really get into the online gaming and stuff like that, you really don't need that much power. And I think a lot of people are going out there and spending $400 or $500 or sometimes even $600 more than they actually need to on a device. And they could have been all right with the Galaxy A36 or A37 when that comes out. So definitely wanted to press on that a bit. 45 watt charging rate. It's going to be better than the Galaxy S26, a device that's $900 unlocked. We have the Exynos 1480 inside of there. That's going to be a very capable processor for almost any game that you want to throw at it. Of course, you're not going to be able to play Genshin Impact or, crazy graphic intensive games like that at the highest graphical settings, but it is going to offer some pretty good performance for the price tag right there. It also says in terms of software, these two will run Android 16 out of the box and One UI 8.5 on top of it. And I've actually been really liking that software experience so far in the S26 Ultra. I have been daily driving that. I have been enjoying that, and One UI 8.5 has been good. I'm sure a lot of you have downloaded that APK and have put it through its ropes and tests, and so far UI 8.5 is really, really nice. I really do like it. It also says Samsung normally offers 6 years of major OS updates for the upper level A series devices, and we don't think the A37 and A57 will be any different in that regard. It says the prices of both of these are still a mystery, but there are some rumors suggesting the Samsung might stick the same price tags as the ones used on last year's Galaxy A series, and that is exactly what we're going to be seeing on these devices. The previous Duo launched at $399 and $499. I don't think Samsung is going to be going up in price just because the Galaxy S25 FE drop at $649. If you make the A57 or the A37 even $50 more, it makes it that much less desirable of a device, and honestly, at that point, just pick up the Galaxy S25 FE. It's so close in price. It's $100 off, and you get a ton more power, in that processor. And of course, you get a better camera setup as well. So yeah, don't think they're going to do that. I think the Galaxy A37 is for sure going to stick to the $399 price tag, and the Galaxy A57 is probably going to stick to the $499 price tag as well. I do know that processors are obviously more expensive. RAM is more expensive as well, but those Exynos processors are made in-house from Samsung. So I'm sure it is going to be a bit cheaper for Samsung to produce those in-house processors. Really excited about the future for Samsung. I'm sure they're going to be doing some really good stuff with their software as well. They're one of the best out there. So excited about these devices. Let me know what you guys have to think about these devices down below in the comment section. I, of course, will be picking these up as soon as they come out, so definitely stay tuned for that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like, hit the subscribe button, hit that hype button. There's a new hype button out there to go ahead and push this video through the algorithm. And of course, hit the subscribe button and notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. This has been Safan from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.